white and bright.
Oh, let's go. Gotta rock that. This is for the summer. Out just to show you. I'm going to weigh the jug, empty jug, and we've got a 650 gram jug there, so we can tear that. We've got 10 bananas. You can sort of see these bananas. They're decent size, nothing super big, but you know, I've got big hands, and I say big hands, big banana. Yeah, let's get into this. So we're going to get these 10 bananas, we're going to peel them, put them in the blender. So we have the bananas. These are great for the garden. I never chuck them in the bin. Even if I carry my banana skin somewhere, I'll put them in a bush somewhere where no one can see it. They're really important to put back to the ground. We're going to start this again. So we had 650 grams, wasn't it? 650, and now we're at, so what's that? Someone do the math. And it's a decent amount of bananas there. How many calories? I don't know, but I know when I fill the blender up like that, a big sort of Vitamix blender, you know, at least 800 grams of flesh, I know that's what I need to sort of be satisfied as a base breakfast meal. Now we're going to put in some sugar. Just weigh that there. So I generally eyeball it, but we'll weigh it just so that people can sort of see what I'm doing. Alright, so this is just white refined table sugar, aka sucrose. It's pH neutral, so it makes your legs feel really good. And now I'm just going to eyeball it. Alright, so that's about, was that, I don't know, was that 200 grams or 150 grams of sugar? I don't know. And now this is what I'd have just with you know, back in my days when I weighed like 60 kilos, 65, 63 kilo, this is what I'd have just with water. No soy milk, no almond milk, none of this, no protein powder. But because I'm trying to get to 90 kilos, we're going to add a little bit of fat to this. We're going to add a bit of protein to this because I'm using anabolics at the moment. So to get to 90 kg, the more protein you're consuming to a certain degree, the more the anabolics will help that protein synthesis and store that. If you're not taking anabolics, the protein just doesn't do as much, but it will still increase your weight a bit. Depends on the person. But definitely if you're using anabolics, not saying you should, but if you are, then the protein you're eating gets absorbed so much easier. That's why the muscle hypertrophy is just night and day difference when you're on anabolics. So yeah, we're going up 90 kg. I just love bananas because the potassium makes me feel good, gives you mad. Okay, we had to clear some more space in the phone. I was just saying that the banana is very phallic sort of, you know, emblem. So if you haven't had a vasectomy, or if you got a girlfriend or whatever, just be careful because these things are the symbol of fertility. You know what I mean? So if you don't want any babies, then make sure you stay away from bananas, or better yet, get a vasectomy so you can just plow home, no worries, and get the job done. But bananas, ripe bananas, so they're spotty like this. Most people go, oh, that's disgusting. But as you can see, like this, you know, it'd be hard to sell these bananas, wouldn't it, at Coles? People are like, oh my god, I put it on Facebook, look what Coles tried to sell me. So unfortunately, most of these bananas end up in the bin. But look at them, you know what I mean? Like, dust off some sugar here. And there's nothing wrong with this banana. It's not even mushy, you know what I mean? It's almost, I would say it's not even perfectly ripe yet. I like them a little bit riper. So we can change the ISO on this. That's a bit too much blast there. I prefer them a little bit. Here we go. I prefer you know, that's not even soft, you know, like it's very soft. It's still a little bit starchy. Like when I break it, see that? It's sort of crumbling. It's not mushy at all. It's just crumbling, got dirty fingernails in there. So yeah, that's the deal, alright? So these bananas, most people go, oh look at that, you know. But yeah, for me they're not perfectly ripe. So I've got sugar in there. Let's add in the mass gainer. Again, this is just expensive urine for most people, but we're going to add some of that in. I generally don't add protein to smoothies. Bananas are an interesting fruit. Like most fruit, if you add protein powder to, your guts will just explode. Bananas, for me, they mix it right with protein powder. All right, so we're going to, this is a plant protein. It's basically just refined protein powders, which I always find it funny. People go, oh, sugar's refined, don't have sugar. Sugar's refined, but protein powder's okay. All protein powder is, it's refined. It's refined, look at that. You know what I mean? It's a powder. It's refined processed food. Okay, so if you're saying sugar's bad, but protein powder's good, then you're not really making much sense, are you? All right. So we're going to do 2 scoops in there to be a mass monster. All right, so each scoop has got about 20 G's of protein in there. So obviously fruit's very low in protein, which makes fruit fantastic for weight loss. If you're trying to have less numbers on the scale, then eat more sugar, eat more fruit. And if you're trying to increase the numbers on the scale, eat more fat, eat more protein, because fat and protein are the more anabolic macros. So we can see the fat grams. So per scoop, we've got 22 grams. So we just had around 44 grams of protein there, give or take. If this is even if this is even accurate, we don't even know. Same with bananas. Like, how many calories in this banana? We don't really know for sure. We can punch it on the internet and go, yeah, got this many calories in this banana, 100 calories, 104 calories. We don't know really. And also, how many calories do you actually digest? How many calories a day do you burn? No one knows that. Like, no one knows that. We ballpark it best. That's why when people try and get their calories down to the last gram or whatever, I'm just like, man, you're really inaccurate there. You're really doing yourself a disservice. I generally just go for, listen to my hunger cues, and at age 44, being an athlete for so long, and being in tune with nutrition for so long, an experimenter, biohacker, whatever you want to call me, I'm very in tune to what my body needs. And also, because I rarely use stimulants, I've had new stimulants today, my hunger is very, very strong and intuitive. So I just know exactly this is going to make me feel very satisfied and very productive today. Also, definitely something with the bananas and libido, so which can be a bit of a distraction. If your testosterone levels are too high, it can be a bit hard to work because you're just thinking about smashing. You know what I mean? So that's why the monks can be good, because they eat one meal a day and not much calories, so the libido is low. It helps them just zone in on meditation. But it's hard to meditate and relax when you just you want to smash. So keep that in mind. That is that one there. You don't need that, but this is weight. If you want to gain weight, you want the numbers on the scale up, hit the protein powder. If you want the scales number to go down, hit the fruit, hit the sugar. And also, if you want the scales to go up, hit the soy milk, the almond milk, the oat milk. If you're into dairy, I'm not going to recommend that, obviously, but dairy's a weight gainer. But it's bad for your cancer cells and bad for the animals, etc. But even if you've got cows at home that are saying, hey, suck on my tit, it's not going to be the best food for you, especially for estrogen issues, etc. Anyway, we're going to blend this up, have a test drink, and go from there. With water, I put that much water in there. People are like, it looks like a dead Mexican walking fish in the bottom of a dodgy pond aquarium. This is good. The water pick's good for keeping it in between your gums clean. This is reverse osmosis system here. We've got going into here. We've got the black one. This is wastewater. Protect that in the garden. We try and be eco as much as we can around here. And I've got the blue one. Is okay. It's smiley face. So we've got to have water at home. Let's blend this bad boy up. I'll show you how to blend them. That's Natasha's pose for most of the day. Cat on the lap, phone in the hand, getting it done.
Stop filming me.
Alright, and here we have over here the pulse. This method really is important because it prevents oxidization. Alright. If you just hold it on, it sucks all the oxygen and it makes it more metallic flavored. So this is why my smoothies taste so much better. Pulse method. Tasha's got her smoothie. You can sort of see just on that little. This is just very, 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 very practical. So we said we're very sedentary over the day. We just work online all day, getting back to people's emails and coaching groups, etc. And then boom, voila. So this is a great smoothie to have when you're sitting at home on the computer, just stuffing that sugar in your face, keeps you productive, satisfies your sugar cravings. You know what I mean? You can add stevia. Stevia's like, I don't know why would you even do that, but there you go. So the biggest danger though is you have this jug and you're on the floor and you knock it over. That's really good. That is legit. Wow, that's very nice. Pretty much what I do most days. I'm just working on bikes. Just building bikes up, tuning stuff. Just fixing. Basically, my backyard's just a stockpile and the warehouse as well. Stockpile the bikes and just building up just lightweight stuff for people, customers, bikes, etc. Fantastic. And then we've got some. Might do a bit of giveaway over here. We've got some. Got a whole box of stuff here. Bit of product. So here we go. Prisms. White. I don't like white. If you like white Oakleys, let us know down below. We'll do a giveaway. You should say, I don't know, what can we say? What can be a magic word? We'll give away a pair of these. And white Sutros. I guess, yeah, say Sutro please, baby. Sutro daddy. What do these look like? What's your favourite sunglasses at the moment, people? What's your favourite sunglasses at the moment? They come in a little bag here. These Sutros. See, that's it. Just my life is very, very sedentary, you know. So I'm on the computer, I'm on the bike. And the reason why I do free mechanic work for people is just it builds my skill set up. And it just gets me off the computer for a bit, you know, like I sit down 70 hours a week, so it's not good for my posture, you know. So it's good to be able to just like stand up and do some stuff. So yeah, that's one thing in life is people don't do enough stuff for free. And what do you think of the Sutros? They look really good. What do you think, Natasha? What's your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I think it'll grow on me.
You grow on you? Okay, it means that they don't look good at all. Take them off, you cringy bastard. But basically, yeah, I think in life, doing a lot of things for free, like I mentored so many people for free over the years, and bike mechanics and stuff like that. So it's public talks. I used to do talks for free. I still do talks for free. If you want to talk at your school, whatever, I do it for free. I've given so much free time in my life. That's helped me hone my skill set. Often people like, you know, they study at university, a nutrition degree or whatever, and then they leave university after 4 or 5 years, and I'm like, man, you should spend 4 or 5 years on social media absolutely killing it. And then they're charging people, which is fair enough, got to pay back the HEX debt. And but their experience level is like, you know, 0.5 or 0.1 out of 10 or out of 100. Meanwhile, the voluntary worker just racking up the skills, rack up the experience, and there's nothing beats in life, in my opinion, experience. I don't want the most qualified surgeon who went to the best school. I want a surgeon who's done 1,000 operations with no complaints. And I don't even care if they're qualified. Who would you trust? A surgeon who's done 1,000 operations versus someone who's gone to Harvard and it's their first operation. Give me the person, you know, who hasn't had any complaints, who's just kicking ass and getting results.
Yeah, but that person once had no experience and was doing their first operation.
Exactly.
So which one would you trust then?
The person who has the most experience.
Yeah, but everyone starts at 0.0.
That's right. So you just got to get that experience up. So that's why. And that's what women.
So I think what you're saying is you'll never be someone's first patient.
Ideally not. But if it's life or death situation, you got to do what you got to do. So I'm saying to people out there who want to get better at something, you know, be a personal trainer, then train people for free. That's what's made me so good, so skilled and so desired, is I've qualified because I've done so much free work, voluntary work. You can't beat voluntary work. That's putting the hard yards in. Put the hard yards in, and then bang, you'll be set for life. You will always be wanted. Always be wanted.
So at what point do I change the sunnies?
Oh, anytime you want. Do you want a helmet to wear?
Helmet?
Yeah.
No, so I'm going to fit over my clip.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Just won't fit up the clip.
Pardon?
This won't fit over the clip.
No, I won't clip in and I won't fit over it.
Okay. You got bikini on? What colour top you got on there underneath?
Excuse me?
What colour bikini top you got under there?
White and bright.
Oh, let's go to rock that. This is for the summertime here. Kids, don't look. So you've got the Eddie Merckx frame over here. So Columbus there.
So do you prefer the Sutros?
Sutros?
Or the Jawbreakers?
Let's have a look. Try it. Oish, Junior. What are you doing there, buddy? Hey, how you going? Alright, Sutros are dry. I reckon, like, these are more of a sporty look.
Yeah.
You know? These are more of a sporty look. You can sort of see in the mirror there. I'd say, like, the Sutros are more of a cyclist sort of look. And the Jawbreakers, also obviously a cyclist look.
They're more like a runner cyclist.
A runner, there you go. You wouldn't really see many runners wearing these.
These are like a Rafa Coffee Club look.
Yeah, do you reckon you could run in those? Or they'd bounce around too much? Careful with the glasses. And what do you think?
Yeah, I could run in them.
Yeah?
They feel very sturdy on my face.
Okay, but they look sort of unstable, look like they bounce off.
They look like it, but I think it has to do with the nose pad is very grippy.
Yeah.
It's like it's really soft, grippy silicone.
Okay. Very good. All right. No worries. Done deal. Very good. What do you think of that? Let's zoom in on cinematic graphic.